Hey, what up, Long Beach? Welcome back to the 562 Outdoor Gets Eli, and this high school CIF softball video is brought to you by the fine folks over at Naples Rib Company, and all of our poly coverage is sponsored by Bryson Financial. Thank you to all of our sponsors, and we were up in Santa Monica for some more Long Beach Poly CIF Southern Section softball. The Jackrabbits coming in a combined 16-2 scoring ratio in their last two wins so far this postseason, while facing 11-0 Bay League champs Santa Monica in the Division 4 quarterfinals. And we had a fun pitching duel on our hands. Poly going with sophomore Tegan Bro in the circle, and for Santa Monica, it was the vet, senior Drew Vidmaska, who was a hot hand to open up for the home team. Vidmaska retired 11 of the first 12 batters that she faced and had 6 strikeouts on the evening. She helped keep Long Beach Poly scoreless through the first 5 frames, getting it done in multiple different ways. And when she did pitch to contact, her defense was keyed in. Maya Paysinger steps up from midfield with one heck of a catch for the home team. One of 2 great plays for her in the early going. And on the other hand, Santa Monica offense playing with some key small ball to get runners on bases. Talia Yermayan gets on with a single up the middle here in the bottom of the third before a Paysinger walk to put 2 on with no one out. Santa Monica spent the next 2 at-bats looking to string runners along, but Maska lays a nice bunt down to put 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs already in the inning. And then a wild pitch goes into the dirt, and Santa Monica going to capitalize easily. Yermayan scores, definitely not the way you wanted to give up runs, if any, for Long Beach Poly, but it's now 1-0 Santa Monica in that third inning. Bro would get out of it though with a grounder straight to herself for the easy put out, which would practically be all the damage that she'd really allow for this game. Bro pitched a complete game and racked up 7 strikeouts in many different ways, as you see a handful of nifty pitches here for multiple Ks looking. She was able to freeze a couple batters, also able to get batters chasing here as she finds another K swinging. She gave up just 4 hits for the game, tons of composure for a sophomore pitching while trailing. That gave her Jackrabbits enough cushion as we head to the 6th inning, where a rally gets started with Victoria Sepulveda, a leadoff single for her. Persia Lamsam then going to wear one for Poly in the next at-bat. That's now going to put 2 runners on with no one out yet in the inning. That gives Imani Lamsam, relation, the opportunity to put 1 into play and strand those runners along. The ground out would put 2 into scoring position with no one out. And then Queen Tola then going to ground one up the middle. That'll bring both runners into score. Poly just flipping the script in 1 hit as they now lead 2-1. A huge hit for the Queen. More of her coming in this video. And shout out to one of the Poly assistant coaches who stepped in front of the camera for 1 pitch. That 1 pitch ended up being a Janelle Morris 2-run homer. And just like that, Poly triples its lead. Took those bats a few innings to warm up, but they would bat around in this 6th inning as a pair of singles, including this one by Bailey Holder, starts a whole new rally for Poly in that same 6th inning. Star Tapia then works a beautiful at-bat to come from behind in the count, draws a walk to now load the bases in that 6th. And then Victoria Sepulveda back up and going to knock this 2-out, 2 RBI double to score another pair of runs for Poly. That caps off a 6-run inning. They had just 3 hits coming into the 6th and walk out of the inning with 9 hits and a 5-run lead. Way to flip the script if you're Long Beach Poly. Santa Monica needing a big reply in the bottom of the inning. Bernice Ramona going to draw a walk. All of a sudden, a couple passed balls later, and she moves around the base pads and in to score for the Vikings. Just their 2nd run of the game. No RBI for them, just capitalizing on those Poly mistakes to get themselves up on the board again. Bro, of course, would get out of it with the pitch and catch to send the Jackrabbits to the 7th inning with a comfortable lead, limiting the damage there in the 6th. The Jackrabbits, though, not comfortable enough. It's the Queen, Tola, with her 4th hit of the day. She went 4 for 4, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. And then Elena Vaya-Vaya-Longi going to follow her up with a single of her own to put 2 on with 2 outs for Poly. Another one of those 2-out rallies for them. Holder then going to single on another well-hit ground ball to center field. This one's going to score the 2 base runners and increase the lead to 6 here in the 7th inning. Just big hits all around for the Jackrabbits in those final 2 frames. Like I said, they got hot and they did not look back, and they weren't in fact done. Sun comes out, which means it's Sunny Va'afuti smacking one again into center field. That would bring around Holder to cap the lead off 9-2 for the Jackrabbits midway through this 7th inning. And then back on defense for the final out of the final inning, it looked like Santa Monica was about to threaten with a 2-out run. However, as we pan over to second base, between second and third base, you could see it's a pickle, and it's all green and gold. Holder with the out to end it for Long Beach Poly. The Jackrabbits explode in the final 2 innings to come from behind and win it 9-2. Delayed dominance for those Jackrabbits, who are going to move on to the semifinals in this Division 4 bracket. Another great performance from them, and only one thing standing between Poly and a championship appearance is Harvard-Westlake. The two will battle it out in the semifinals on Saturday. And for more coverage of Long Beach Poly softball and all things Long Beach sports, you're already in the right spot, the562.org.